Oli 023, estamos de regreso con otro fucking stream de Witcher 2. Otra vez, güey, ya después de un buen tiempo, la verdad también lo habíamos dejado ahí. Y me pasa muy seguido, en realidad, que digo, siempre, o al menos pienso, no, sí, güey, ahora sí voy a jugar, güey. Ya lo voy a acabar, o lo que sea que esté en mi mente, y pues no pasa, ¿no? Vamos a ver qué tal nos va con otra vez con The Witcher. Ya no lo habíamos jugado, ya tenía un buen tiempo yo de no tocarlo en este su humilde espacio. Otra vez estoy grabando y transmitiendo al mismo tiempo en aras de que el señor Total Play no se le ocurra pues cagarme el stream, que es una de las cosas que le encanta hacer. Entonces, pues es eso, básicamente, ¿no? Nada más tengo que ponerlo en la capturadora de Witcher 2. Y aquí estamos. Cargamos la partida. No sé cuál era la última. 20 de diciembre. Mira, 20 de diciembre, güey. Del 2025, güey. O sea, ya tiene un rato, como un mes y algo, ¿no? 20 de diciembre, 325. 356. Este debió ser el último, entonces. Pero bueno, no recuerdo ni qué tenía yo que hacer, para ser honesto. Creo que había madrazos, si no me equivoco. Pero ya es afuera del campamento ese, güey. Olvidaba lo bonito que se veía en realidad. Me acuerdo que compré por ahí una armadura, güey. Aquí hay un chingo de cosas que... de hecho es mi armadura, güey. Tengo que ver otra vez el... se acercó a Cipic, quien ya había conocido después de música no solo que habían una emparizada. Ok. Y necesito... No mames, me hicieron cagada, güey. ¿Qué pedo? Es que también no mames. Sí, donde Witcher sí tengo que seguirlo jugando, o sea, mucho, güey, porque se me olvida bien cabrón lo que tengo que hacer. ¿Qué pedo? Ahí venía otro, güey, y era un endriago. ¿Cómo se llama esa mamá? Güey, ¿cómo se llama esa mierda, güey? ¿Cómo se llaman esos cabrones? Un ghoul. No me acuerdo, güey. Se me olvidó muy cabrón, güey. La neta, güey. Pendejo. No mames, me hice cagada yo solito todo, güey. Pero bueno, me lo chingué, ¿no? Al menos. Eran dos endriagos, güey. Sí es cierto, güey. O endriagos. Necrófagos, güey. ¿Cuál endriago? Y aquí hay dos cadáveres. Pues sí, estos cadáveres, ¿eh?
Guess they'll never learn.
Hello. Pretty please. Hello. Damn it. Salutations.
Greetings!
Play.
I smell a tamarind. Greetings!
Oh, blast it. The play.
Whoa! Didn't have anyone like you in our village.
Ay, sí está aquí, güey. Ok. ¿Qué pedo? Tengo que acordarme de lo que he estado haciendo, güey, porque ya no sé qué hacer, güey. Entonces, ¿cuál era? Están estos güeyes.
Care for a game?
Shall we roll them?
Tiene un campamento de kite, güey. No, güey, por aquí no. No mames, si me tengo que devolver acá, güey, vale verga.
Hello.
Looking for something? If you want to wrestle, I need to see some horns. Come back when you...
Watch the fuck out!
Ha!
Well, it was here yesterday. Wonder how many more will do.
Y aquí está uno. Aquí hay otro. Tengo que seguir este camino, básicamente.
Salutations.
Been observing you for a while now.
And?
Just wondering if I can bring you in alive. And get a higher reward, you know.
Well, you can't.
Damn shame, I'd say.
Está cabrón, güey, pero es que no mames, güey, este cañón que juegas un control para rifarte chido, güey. Son demasiados botones, güey, que apretar al mismo tiempo, pero sí se arma, güey. Ya sé cómo está el pedo, güey. No pasa Nancy. Y además creo que hasta traía la espada de la de... La de plata, güey, no mames.
How many more can there be?
No mames, son un putero, güey. Ok, ya tengo dos. Tengo que ir con esos culeros, güey, que son...
How many more?
Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here.
Die.
Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. Over here, inside the candles. Quick! You'll be safe here. We're safe here.
Who are you?
Our descendants will decide who we were when they see what we've left behind.
Why do you need so many candles? Why not build a campfire?
This is Sabrina's flame. Its light protects us and guides us soldiers every step.
Did you rob a convoy of wax sellers?
I make the candles myself. I give them to anyone looking for protection within the flame of courage.
Who were you before?
What does it matter? Let the sins of youth fade into oblivion. Look at the candlelight. Feel it, and you'll hear what it has to say to you.
I can't hear a thing.
Then you're not ready. But your time will come. You will then hear and understand. Trust me.
The valley's been engulfed by a battle of specters. Know anything about it?
It's a place of horror. You can still hear the sound of steel and the cries of the dying. If you want to soothe their pain, you have to believe that Sabrina is watching over you benevolently.
I won't achieve anything without some memory tokens. Magically active conduits left by those who fell in battle. They're supposed to symbolize faith, courage, hatred, and death.
Faith. I don't know what those soldiers believed, but their faith didn't help them. They were deceived. Courage, hatred, and death. There was too much of all of them, especially death. But I remember a knight who, ignoring the danger, led a handful of soldiers against overwhelming enemy forces. Seltkirk of Gullet, Demaven's champion. When Vandergrift's cohort cut him off from the rest of the army, he attacked the visitor fearlessly. If you're looking for a symbol of courage, find Seltkirk's armor.
So long.
Huh? What other matters?
So long.
A ver, gente. Clavamos a la señorita Glevissig en una rueda. Perforamos sus manos delgadas y estrangulamos su estrecha cintura con una cuerda. La pira se preparó de antemano. Hensel se reía, nos animaba a burlarnos de ella y así hicimos. Mientras las llamas acariciaban la madera, la miré a los ojos, pero no vi miedo en ellos, solo paz. Temblé por primera vez, volví a temblar al ver las llamas pasar hambre. El fuego no aceptaba a la víctima, luego un Henselt ordenó alimentarlas con más madera. Las ramas estaban mojadas y nos picaban los ojos del humo. Llenándonos de remordimiento, pude ver a la señorita Glevissig asfixiarse a través de las llamas y temblé por tercera vez. Agarré una lanza utilizada para empujar la madera en la pira. Sin pensar en el calor, ascendí por la madera en llamas y le atravesé el corazón. Así me transformé en el fuego. Ah, entonces este güey fue el que la torturó, pero no me acuerdo a quién era, güey. Dice, Hensel se puso furioso conmigo por haberle arruinado su espectáculo. Me golpearon brutalmente, pronto me destituyeron de mi cargo y los que consideraba amigos se volvieron en mi contra. Comencé a beber más que nunca y la pereza se apoderó de mí, por lo que me castigaban habitualmente. Pasaba todo el tiempo libre en soledad hasta que un día, mientras estaba sentado con una botella de licor inmundo mirando fijamente una vela que chisporrotea, comprendí que todo aquello había ocurrido por una razón. Sentí la llamada. El parpadeo que la señorita Glevissig había encendido en mi interior se extendió por mi corazón y ardió con la llama de la fe.
Pa?
So long.
Pa?
Why do you need so many candles?
This is Sabrina's flame.
Did you rob a convoy of...
I make...
So long.
Tengo que ir a vender, güey. Siempre me gasto todas mis putas cosas. Voy a venderle a los trofeos. Estas más sí me dan miedo, güey. Aunque me tenga que ir caminando al pueblo, güey, voy a agarrar todo. Me voy a quedar con una pinche lana. Voy a vender los trofeos, güey. Ahorita regreso. Está bien, porque vas farmeando también, güey. Entonces está chido, no hay falla, güey. No me molesta en realidad, güey. Yo creo que un RPG bien, güey, ¿sabes? O sea. El único pedo pues, es la caminada, güey. Hasta allá. El único es la caminada, güey. Hasta el pinche rancho, güey. Ah, hay un puto necker, güey.
Browse and choose. Come back, like that cat from the good book. Life can be really strange.
Better to ask the way than to go astray.
I don't have enough.
What's it to us?
We should have our say. Take an interest in things. Or it'll turn out like the mill in
I see you finally decided to relax. Have I ever told you I think you lead a very unhealthy life?
You've mentioned it.
Evidently not enough for you to take it to heart. Anyway, the whores are quite decent here.
Maybe some other time.
You worry me.
I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing, and told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. But that'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I just like to know. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such are hardly in danger.
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things that probably only he can explain.
I'm not so certain you really want to know them.
We'll see.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious baron.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevisic?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Thanet Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about if not them and their scheming?
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
There's fat chance of Henselt and Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
You're no
Gonna pay
Prince
for
Charming.
looking too.
Boring.
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgat, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgat couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
The ravines around the camp, they don't look like they were shaped by nature.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield.
I'll let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
You're no Prince Charming.
Gonna pay for looking too.
Sunny day, sweet.
Now look what you've done.
Others like my mother. Look at that.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, trim yourselves. How can I help you, handsome?
I wanted to talk.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plough.
Sounds all right.
Ask away, then. What would you like to talk about?
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet smelling ladies now. Well, well, how can I?
I wanted to talk.
We're no stranger.
Sound.
Ask, what would you like to talk about?
Heard of the Virgin of Edirn?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh yes, a maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead. Well, well, a witcher. How can...
I wanted to
We're no strangers to the art.
Sounds all.
Ask, what would you like?
Anything interesting going on in the camp?
Soldiers are scared shitless what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other.
trolls here?
Aye, there are. What's so strange about that? Other lands have slizzards, drowners.
And they don't. Hey!
None of that. We sit among the rocks, and who'd go there? That's what
Others like me mother.
The elder and the recruiter.
Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see that dear old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The soldier in Hensel's camp looks at me like I'm a lump of rotten meat.
You think they suspect you of being a spy?
Who the fuck knows what's in their bloody heads? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their axes, just waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid when he necks.
I see you prefer the company. You think... You've been around. Heard anything about the Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines. An ideal place for his kind. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Letho is guilty of 2 regicides. I want to know why he did it. Or rather, for whom.
What's the difference?
A witcher doesn't step into political quicksand for no reason.
Every king has so much shite under his collar that taking a knife to his throat is always justified.
I don't care for the precepts that govern the world, but I've yet to find anyone who's found a better way to do things. Killing kings solves nothing, quite the contrary.
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, and maybe I'll just cut off his head. All rested after the boat trip?
You don't remind me of that. My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. His men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Henselt's camp.
How can you compare a whore's tits to Vessie's? I could buy myself the others, but hers are just to be admired.
He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a
Hello.
pig's eye and puts it between his books.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his house.
Pendejo.
The crew to enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to take you to war."
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us, and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see 2 possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwen, and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demoven, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right.
The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
And he's standing with his back to them, his pants down. He spreads his cheeks and says, I can see that.
Did they take him?
Not a chance.
Here to spy on us?
Who would I be spying for?
For Henselt. For Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry, observing Vernon Roach isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Laredo's treachery, a Kedweni garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
You miss your old friend, Yorvith?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands. That said, I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
You need to be careful. Death Mold can't learn that you're holding a Kedweni spy.
He won't. Don't you worry none.
Death Mold has an excellent net of his own spies.
That spy we caught at Laredo's, Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That rat Laredo was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirn.
Saskia's an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwen's just fighting for a better life. Edirn's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. And I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirn? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
I was wondering what you're actually doing here, Vernon.
The Blue Stripes never want for work, especially in a hotbed like this.
You're not about to tell me, are you? And here I thought we had something special.
I've got my finger on the pulse, and I've not forgotten what I came here for, Geralt.
Foltest's assassin.
Precisely. He's holed up like a rat, and he'll meet a rat's end.
How are things, Vernon?
Quiet. Nothing to talk about, really. Like everybody else, I'm waiting to see how events unfold.
Why not stop waiting and try setting something in motion?
My people are combing the area for Letho, who seems to have vanished. There's nothing else I can do. What are you up to?
Busy as ever. I need to lift the fog of specters, reverse Sabrina's curse, and find out who's behind the plot to assassinate Henselt.
I never thought I'd see you so eager to help Henselt.
Coincidence. Our interests happen to have aligned.
What interest might you have in tracking down this plot?
I get the feeling it's all linked. If I can't get to the bottom of this plot, I'll be unable to lift the curse and never recover my past.
In any case, I wonder who's behind it.
Well, I know where the plotters meet. If you want to learn more, come with me.
That would be a grave error. A captain of the Temerian army shouldn't meddle in the domestic matters of another state.
I thought that's exactly what they pay you to do.
Sorry, Geralt. This time I truly cannot help.
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire... Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service. The Count says these are pansies, not soldiers. But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front, let the cavalry run them over. Maybe it'll lose some momentum. So, the battle was on. Terrible losses on the left flank. They almost broke our ranks. Their serfs dropped their pikes and ran to the archers' corpses.
Did they start looting?
Listen, they picked up the bows and shot at the enemy. I tell you, each shot meant a dead man.
Ah, those were the serfs from Bywood.
Exactly. Poaching is in their blood.
Oh!
Oh!
Yeah!
We got her orders and got busy preparing to leave the village. She comes up to him and says, "You've promised to come back, and a soldier never lies to his girl."
And didn't come back.
After 2 years, with a few scars, having lost 3 fingers to an axe, but Hello, damn it. Salutations.
Hello.
Move it! Dodge!
Greetings.
Fen, keep dropping your guard like that and they'll beat your kisser to a pulp. Who do we have here?
Someone who's worried about your close combat skills.
We practice a few hours every day.
And here I thought practice makes perfect.
Really? Care to show us your skill then? White-haired one.
Why not? Who's willing?
I'll try. See if you're as strong in your arms as you are in your gob.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some room!
Move it! Dodge! Wake up! Ah!
Yeah!
Move it! Dodge! Wake up! Close the distance!
Yeah!
Got a feeling Fen won't remember much of that fight. With a few more surprises up our sleeves. How about you?
Why not? Who's willing?
Take me on. I fancy learning a few witches' tricks.
Let's see what my friend Vernon taught you.
Make some room!
Close the distance! Move it! Dodge! Wake up! Close the distance!
Ha! He's still young. He'll learn. With a few more surprises up our sleeves. How about you?
Why not? Who's willing?
Run out of monsters to slay? Why are you fighting my men?
Just checking to see if you've taught them well.
And?
I'm amazed they're still standing.
You lackeys. Letting yourselves get thrown around like hay bales. Maybe you want to give me a try.
Show me what you got, my striped friend.
Ah! Ooh! Ah!
Putiza. No le agarro del gorro, güey. Lo siento, mi buen.
you win. Feels like I've been kicked by a mare.
Pleasure getting a few slugs in the mug from you, Witcher. We're always eager to learn. You deserve a prize.
I don't need a reward.
It's no reward, just a sign of gratitude. We drag our asses round the world and collect all sorts of scrap metal. Take something. May it serve you well. See you soon.
Not so fast, Witcher. You'll take me on now. You snitch.
So be it.
What the bloody hell's all this about?
We're just practicing.
Want practice? I'll have you cleaning the canteen with your bare arses. How's that for practice? Back to the camp!
Aye, sir. That doesn't end this. Stop looking for square coins. You've little to gain, and you just might lose your head over it.
So long.
His mother comes and tells
Want to practice some more?
When the time comes.
he was slaughtering pigs at the time. So he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his arse. The elder and the recruiter enter, and the mother says, "Son, they've come to
Everything
take
all
you
right,
to
Geralt?"
war." And he's standing with his back.
Geralt?
His mother comes and tells him, "The elder and the recruiter are coming for you." He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye in his ass.
Semper
The elder and the recruiter enter. He spreads his cheeks and says, "I can see that they teeth."
Life can be really simple. My chores were doing that a few years back. Now we make
What's it to us?
We should have our say. Take an interest in things.
Better to ask the way.
run out like the mill in Stilton. The one the smith from Jailmouth took over when he married the millers. Piss on their tents?
Just need to watch that we don't make a mistake.
Well, it was here yesterday. Well, it was here yesterday.
Yesterday.
I'm done with this cursed place. A bloody comet. Square.
How's service under Hensel?
See anybody complaining? And we don't like busybodies.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit it out.
How did you wind up here?
I'm done with this cursed place. A bloody comet. Square coins. And that ark.
Everything fine?
A bit scared of going against the state. The enemy have fed you their propaganda. But what if she's truly an anointed virgin? Don't worry about it. The Witcher will take care of everything. Hello. Greetings. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Burian. Hablan un poco Scousing. Internationale.
So? So?
Relics, artifacts. Got anything interesting? Ash from the. Whatever your heart.
Sí lo vende bien caro todo, güey, ¿no? Todo bien puto mal vendido, güey, no mames.
Hello.
Todavía falta una cosa, güey.
Relic. Got anything in ash? Whatever you. Get a hold of you. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. Oh, blast it. I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian. Greetings? Greetings. Oh, blast it. Hello.
Care for a game? Shall we roll up?
Hello.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do? Me crazy.
Hey, watch it.
Greetings.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do?
So? So? So?
Well, it was here yesterday.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we met.
That's politics. What's it to us?
You're not the one we seek, though his aura is strong, even on you.
Impossible. I watched Maverick wash his pants.
Who are you?
I'm a witcher, and I'm here because you haunt an innocent man. You've ruined Maverick's life, and it's high time you left this world.
Maverick, innocent? That son of a bitch murdered me and my two sisters, then threw our bodies off the cliff. Our father, Malgat, died of despair. Fortunately, fate has brought Maverick here again, straight into our hands. Revenge shall be ours.
I need to find out if you're telling the truth. If your story checks out, I'll bring Maverick here.
Oi, what you doing here?
Get out of the way. I need to inspect this area.
Be careful. They say stepping in the ashes brings bad luck.
Get us out of here, will ya?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently it's bad luck to tread on the ashes.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid, while the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections. And they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Sabrina was... I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nails.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Vergen.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
Who cares
I
enough
believe
to
him.
bring all these
He says he
things
hears
here?
voices.
My nan heard voices too. Her mouth would froth up like a dog's and she'd shit all over. When my old man couldn't take it anymore, he axed the hag to death.
Shut your gob.
Strange aura.
Come on!
No mames. No mames, me he estado pedorreando todo el día, güey.
Oi, what you doing here?
Get out of the way. I need to inspect this area.
Be careful. They say stepping in the ashes brings bad luck.
Get us out of here, will ya?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3 feet outside, and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Strange aura. Nothing interesting. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Nothing. Again. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? these things here. Strange aura. Let's take a closer look. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Let's see. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle. Except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal. Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
What's it to you?
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nails.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me. Hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Bergen.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
I believe him. He says he hears voices.
My nan heard voices.
Drowner lairs, not the best spots for picnics.
Sabrina's a load of tripe. The lad burned candles, collected relics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. His mother comes and the elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs at the time, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it.
What new?
Thanks to us, it's...
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Bergen.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
I believe him. He says he hears voices.
My nan heard voices too. Her mouth would froth up like a dog's and she'd shit all over. When my old man couldn't take it anymore, he axed the hag to death.
Shut your gob.
No mames, los maté, güey, ¿qué pedo? Hace rato sí lo había pasado, güey.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Vic was right. We should have sat on our arses.
You'll be whistling a different tune when the mist lifts and we attack Bergen.
The visionary's a right bastard leaving us here.
I believe him. He says he hears voices.
My nan heard voices too. Her mouth would froth up like a dog's and she'd shit all over. When my old man couldn't take it anymore, he axed the hag to death.
Shut your gob.
drowner lairs. Not the best spots for picnics.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Civic catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters. So what's one little Civic to her?
His mother comes and tells me the elder and the recruiter are coming for you. He was slaughtering pigs, so he takes a pig's eye and puts it between his buttocks.
He does what?
Puts a pig's eye.
Witcher.
Here yesterday. Well, it was here yesterday.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while at Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots! To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did, and I fought. But I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. Adernians, Cadwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Adernian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Seltkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Seltkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Seltkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Seltkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others.
He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Aedirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle. Among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee. Died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Aedirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Vergen Dwarf Regiment. All save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Aedirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse. The Aedirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Aedirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fist tech. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loathan came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Seltkirk's chain mail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Selkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever, a greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the black ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Thanks, Civic. I heard there's a man living outside the camp known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. The damn quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Vergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it! If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rind when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names, too, though you gots to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died, many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
So long.
So?
$23-28, güey.
So?
So?
No mames, vendí mis bombas. Ah, no, pendejo, aquí están.
Not another fucking stone.
Browse and choose.
I forged the milk cartons a few years back. Now we make camp with the black ones.
That's politics. What's it to us?
I'm out like the mill in Stilton. The one the smith from Jailmouth took over when he married.
Fat chance of them selling shit out.
Not another fucking stone. Still looking for coins. What else am I to do?
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. There are arses in the air, scavenging around the tent.
Wife's alone in the manor and I'm stuck here.
Hello. Damn it. Salutations.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Learn anything new about the curse?
The mage on the other side of the fog is also probing the battlefield. A sorceress.
How do you know?
You shall know them by the fruit of their spells. Magic differs with the brain type that generates it. The female mind is simply laid out differently.
It could be Triss.
No, Witcher, it's someone far more powerful.
Spoken to the king yet?
Indeed, he was delighted to hear he can be cut from the curse.
Great, because I need the medallion of the priest known as Crest. I heard it's in Henselt's possession.
He'll give you nothing until you free him from the curse. Truthfully, I believe I understand him. You have a good chance of perishing when you confront the Draugrs.
Give me a break, Deathmold. The two of you are just afraid I'll leave this entire mess in your hands.
Ah, that is something I do not fear at all, for I know exactly why you are here. As for the king, you may curse him and scold him and call him a fool if you wish, though it's not something I would advise.
Does the name Vincent Trott sound familiar?
A traitor. He did some damage in my ranks. 1 dead and 2 still in the field hospital. If you know where he's hiding, I have some issues I'd like to discuss with him. The tools are already in the fire, but the rogue seems to have donned an invisibility cap.
I believe he has Seltkirk's armor, one of the artifacts.
My investigation's at a dead end. I know not where he is, and I'll soon need to resort to more radical methods.
Hold off a bit longer. If he escapes...
There's no way to do so. My people guard the ford, and I doubt our brave Vincent could make it past the specters. He must be nearby.
I need magic powder to mark out the runes.
Are you aware that the formula requires powdered camphor resin?
I am.
Then you must also know that the resin is extremely valuable.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism, reverse the prophecy, and release him from the curse.
You should have said, I'll give you as much as you need.
Thanks, on the king's behalf.
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You asked me for protective runes. I've done better. Take this grimoire, which details many. I believe there's even one for syphilis. I've marked my recommendations.
Thanks. The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I could count on you.
Is that enough for you then?
One can tell a real man not by how he begins, but by how he finishes.
What else do you want from me?
I shall give you 4 of my men who'll be near at hand and provide backup if something goes awry. They'll stay out of sight until summoned. Bring me one of the plotters alive. I have many questions. I must know who's behind all this.
Sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts. It won't just disappear. I sail.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet, square coins, that dark fog.
As long as they pay us, I'll sit.
Well, it was here yesterday. Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
Medallion's telling me something. Wonder how many more.
No mames, qué pendejo. No mames, si no son de dónde se guardó, güey.
We can't let Zivik catch
No
us.
mames, güey, qué pedo.
Saved us from the monsters. So what's one Zivik to her?
No, güey, no mames. 628, güey, cargar. No mames, no mames, no mames, güey, me hizo un chingo, güey. Ay, güey, vale verga, güey. No seas mamón, güey, no seas mamón.
We can't let Zivik catch us.
Don't shit your pants. Sabrina saved us from the monsters.
Vete a la chingada, güey. No mames, son un güey. No mames, me tardé como 1 hora, güey, en esta puta quest porque llegué bien perro tarde, güey, caminando hasta allá. No seas mamón, güey. No seas mamón que no hubo autoguardado aquí. Vete a la mierda, güey. Ay, qué poca madre. Vete a la verga, vete a la verga, güey. Qué poca madre que aquí no hay autoguardado, güey. No mames, mira, güey. Son 6:30, güey. Me tardé como 40 minutos, güey, en esta puta misión. Vale. Vete a chingar a tu puta madre, güey. No mames. Ah, voy a emitir todos los diálogos. Vete a la verga, me aventé todo el choro de ese güey. No mames, dura un chingo el diálogo con ese hijo de su puta madre, güey. Dura un putero, güey. Ah, güey, no mames, vete a la mierda, güey. Lo voy a omitir todo, güey. Ahí está el pendejo, ya lo vi. Cámara, pendejo.
What do you want, Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for...
Oh, but your reward.
Did you participate?
I did.
This... I want...
The fight by then. Yes, then. Lump, I...
You mentioned...
I don't...
Who has the...
King.
Were you at...
met...
What happened? What happened before?
We fought, I remember, General, and
Did you see the...
from it, it was after...
I think that...
These...
Who has...
When they found...
Who's... Where can I...
That's... Those... Anyway.
Do I have this right?
Did it?
I didn't...
And...
Glevising's...
Were... The visit... I don't... Set... 200 boys.
I Thanks, Civic. I heard there's a man living outside
The soul.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have. But what she also. But 3 years ago.
There's a soldier.
I know. Suddenly.
After what happened.
I'll tell you what. Many of I want. If they're.
From what I can see.
He's like a.
I'm sure.
Last week came up. That's how.
So long.
Hello? We're scared of going against the same. The enemy have fed you there.
Perra, güey.
So?
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do? This list drives me crazy.
Not another fucking stone.
No mames, el diálogo con esos güey estuvo bien cabrón, güey. Estuvo larguísimo, güey.
Life can be really strange. I fought near the garden a few years back. Now we make
We should have our say. Take an interest in things. Or it will turn out like the mill in Stilton. The one the smith took over when he married the miller's widow.
Not another fucking stone.
Still looking for coins. What else am I to do?
The whole camp's gone berserk looking for the coins. Grown lads with their arses in the air. Scavenging run.
Let's talk on.
Go on.
Where are these coins?
Let's talk.
Go on.
Who should I challenge?
Martin and Randall are the strongest in my...
I'll try them.
Watch out. As I see it, he could easily... Steady on, White Wolf.
Pendejo de Edmund.
Look what the cat dragged in.
Learn anything?
The maid.
How do you know?
You shall.
It could be
No.
spoken to the...
Indeed.
Great.
He'll give you nothing. Truthful.
Give me a break.
Ah.
Does the name Vin...
A trait. If you know where.
I believe...
I invest.
Hold off a bit.
There's no way.
I need magic.
Are you aware that.
I am.
Then you must.
Get Henselt to pay you. I need the powder to do the exorcism.
You should have said.
Thanks. On the king's...
I've one more thing you might find useful.
What's that?
You are.
Thanks. The plotters. I know where they meet.
I knew I...
Is that enough?
One can tell a real man, not by how...
What else do you...
I shall give you 4. Bring me one of...
See you.
A huevo. Ya a mí sí me gusta poner atención, güey, pero sí es como de chinga tu madre, güey. Con todo respeto, vete a la verga, güey.
Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging round the tents like idiots.
Where are these kinds?
Still looking for coins.
Still
What
looking
else
for
am I to do?
coins.
This mist's driving me crazy.
Ya, voy a acabar ese pinche contrato y ya voy a terminar. Me quedan 3 minutos. Chucu, 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 chucu. 4 coins in it.
Well, it was here yesterday.
No seas... Oh, hijo de puta madre. No. Tenía, güey.
We can't let civic...
The whole camp's gone berserk. Grown lads with their arses in the air, scavenging round the tents like idiots.
Where are these kinds from if there wasn't a single one when they were...
I'm done with this cursed place. Bloody comet, square coins, and that mark mob.
As long as they pay us.
Not another fucking stone.
Life can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few
That's politics. What's it to earn?
You should have...
Better to ask the...
Or it will turn out like the lilies.
Take that.
Ah, güey. ¡Oh, mis cámaras! Putas montoneros, güey. Dale, verga, luego no sé ni cómo lanzar las putas bombas, güey. No mames, yo no sabía chingado, güey. Puta verga, aquí en lo que llego allá, güey.
Sit it out like hens on their eggs until this mist lifts.
It won't just disappear. They sail.
this cursed place. Bloody comet, square coins, and that fucking fog.
As long as they pay us.
Not another fucking stone.
How many more can there be?
Uno, dos. Quiero ver dónde hay más, eso es lo que yo quiero buscar.
Salutations.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches. Hello.
Ya, los debemos estar acá arriba, ya no hay falla. En realidad lo que no quería era meterme así como a lo pendejo, güey, ahí a las Y allá arriba hay 3 más y ya chingue.
For Sabrina, who died under fire! Help us!
Ay, no seas mamón.
Thanks for your help, Witcher. We were in a tight spot there. The rot fiends are multiplying like rabbits. We were on our way to see the visionary, bearing gifts and all. But I'll be damned if I'll take one more step that way. Wouldn't be on your way to see him, would you? If you are, give him this coin for us. Do what you will.
A huevo. Ah, voy por mí. No mames, güey, llevo todo el puto día tratando de hacer el contrato de los pinches pendejos, güey. ¿Qué haces tú aquí, cabrón? Ah, ya, vale, verga. Tú quieras. Ya van a dar 3 horas, no mames. A huevo. Eso es lo que llamo un buen juego, ¿no? Yo sí, ya hasta de ahí. Wicha. Se me va a dar las 7, güey. Me voy.
Salutations.
I'm done with this cursed place. The bloody comet. Square coins.
Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
I'm here about the Rotfiend contract.
What about it?
The fiends have rotted for good.
Well done, we lost many patrols to them. Here's your reward. Tournaments. Now that
square coins.
A super soldier serum or what?
Fuck.
Ok.
I'll sit it out. Tournaments. Now that's a pastime for real men.
All right, I'll take part in your tournament.
The king will be pleased. Just remember, this will not be a fight to the death.
I'll try not to forget.
Ready?
I am indeed.
Let's begin then.
Ah, romper mi madre. Pero igual.
Witcher Geralt of Rivia will now fight the Honorable Gwydion.
Espérate, güey. Cámara, aguanta, no mames. No mames, eso no vale, güey. Ya me voy. Ya tengo que irme, güey. Ya tengo que ir. Ni siquiera me dejaron todo tiro, pero bueno. Muchísimas gracias a quien estuvo, muchísimas gracias a quien estará y muchísimas gracias a quien estará. Yo fui Only023, nos vemos prontito con otro stream. Bye bye. Ay, canta y no llores. No mames, es que sí, el pedo es que tienes que darle horas así como seguidas, güey, porque si no, sí se te pierde todo el pedo, güey. Y todavía estoy seguro que todavía me falta un buen tramo, güey, para acabarlo, güey. Estoy casi seguro que todavía me ha de faltar otro pedazo como para, o sea, como llegar a otro lugar, güey, ¿sabes? No me veo ni cerca de The Witcher 3.